All right, everybody, doing a little jump out here in the desert. Found this real nice moss when I jumped out. Found a few nice pieces. I'm gonna show you all the ones I found. But anyway, really cool moss. Got nice agate in there. You can see all the white and the red, and it's got the rind still on top. It's almost like a giant seam agate. Just a really cool piece. That's a beautiful piece, that one there. It's in one of the cutting videos too. The last cutting video I did, I cut it and I show that one. So here's another piece of moss, and this was almost like this like spongy moss, I call it. It's got some little botryoidal cave there. Check it out, and the sun's going in and out. So I'll talk more about that because this was kind of a quick hunt because of it was going to rain on me in the desert, believe it or not. But there you go. You got some nice bots. You got some micro drusies in there. You got some blue botryoidals over there. You got another little bot pocket there. That's a pretty cool piece. Really nice piece of moss. But yeah, this day the sun kept going in and out, so you'll see that in the pictures. You know, the sun will go in and out, and then it was raining. This is a beautiful one. Look at this one, huh? Look at the moss in there, and it's just wow. That's a beautiful piece there. There's the backside. You can see some more of the moss in there and the agate all mixed up. That was a beautiful find. But yeah, on this particular day, the rain actually didn't hit me. It went all around me, and it actually flooded to 15 closer to Vegas. This is the day that it flooded to 15. But yeah, it went around me. I lucked out. I didn't get any rain over here, but I was watching it come over the mountains. So here's another really cool moss. Check it out. Yeah, you can see that pattern there. You can see the agate, the little white in there too. Again, when that cleans up, you know, as y'all know, that's going to be beautiful. Here's a really cool piece of that sunset jasper with the black hematite in it. Just really cool, really pretty. This is the really pretty stuff you can find out there. You don't find as much of it anymore because it's so bright and easy to see. It's, you know, a lot of it's been picked up, but there's still some out there, and that sunset color is just what a lot of people are after, and that's just beautiful with all the black veining going through there. There's a little cave of either chalcedony or agate. You know, just a really pretty piece. Pretty excited about that one. All right, so here's a piece of, I think this is jasper, just jasper. It's kind of like a brachiated jasper. It's not quite a moss. As you can see, it's got a pretty cool pattern in it. It's got a little agate cave down there, and it's got some stuff going on. It's a little chip I found. So here's a cool one. This is a striped one, so it's got, you know, like a green and an orange and a red kind of jasper all laid down in patterns and stripes, which I think is pretty cool. You do find some of that out there, and you can find bigger pieces of this too every now and then, but it's a pretty jasper. So here's another moss. You can see the moss right there. This is an interesting one. It's got that pretty cool orange with that lighter color red. And then, of course, this is all, it's hard to see, right, because it's got all the rind on it. And, you know, once you cut it and once you grind it down, the moss comes out. You'll see that pattern like that through the whole rock. Again, that's a pretty rock. All right, what's coming up next? So let's see. We got not quite a moss. I wouldn't exactly call this a moss. It's close. It's more like plumy. I don't know. But it's got some green in there, which I was intrigued with. And there's some green. You can see some of the green. So you can see all the mineralization in the different colors on the other side. Whenever you see that kind of mineralization in the rock and the ash and the volcanic ash layer, you know you're in for a treat when you flip it over. It's going to be something pretty almost always. And again, here's another piece of moss there. You can see my car in the corner. Again, this is a jump out. So this one I found right close to the car. It's a pretty piece. This is, again, it's a nice little piece of moss. You can either make a nice little cab out of that, or you can either tumble it, whatever. It's a pretty piece. Again, it was a pretty nice day because it wasn't too hot. This is, you know, usually the hot time, and it wasn't too hot because of the sun kept going in and out, and it was pretty windy. And, you know, like I said, it was rain. The rain was going all around me, so Didn't actually rain in the desert. Surprise, surprise. At least not this part. It rained close up to Las Vegas on the 15, and it really flooded the 15 pretty significantly. There you go. You can see some of that wind blowing with all those clouds. This one's cool. This was a piece of like yellow jasper, and it's got this agate or this chalcedony all going through it, and you can see how it's translucent there, and you can see when I showed the other side, it has a big chunk of it mixed in. You can it's pretty clear. Here you go. You'll get another view of it in a second, I believe. There it is. That big chunk. You see how it's just sitting in there? That's pretty cool. That's a pretty neat piece. And then here's just a red piece. It's not quite moss, so it's more jasper. But it's cool. I picked it up. Again, I'll look at them all right when I pick them up, and I'll show y'all. And this one I don't believe made it home. But again, it's got pretty colors. I mean, it's not a bad piece. And you can see on the top your little patterns you're looking for. Whenever you see those type of patterns, you pick the rocks up because usually there's something good in there. So here's one. So this one is a moss pattern. It's hard to see. It needs to be cleaned up. You can see some of the moss there right by the little agate or chalcedony pocket. This side you really can't see it too good. And here you can see, but it needs to be cleaned up. So you can see it. It's not the best, but in the top you can see clearly when I grind that down. That'll be nice. So again, a nice little piece of moss. Again, I really enjoyed the hunt this day because of the weather, with the wind and everything. It was not, 100 degrees. I could handle the rocks without burning my hands. So, again, there's another piece kind of mixed up. It's got some moss in there. It's got some craziness going on. It's a weirdo. It's one of those weirdos that's got all mixed up. And look, you see the other side, and it's got some different colors there. And look at all it's like a bunch of melted crayons, huh? This is a cool piece. So this one is a moss. I'm fairly certain. I remember this one. It should be a moss. And you can see the patterns. Again, it has to be cleaned up, but there you go. You get a little bit better pattern there. You can see it. And right there. So there, I'm not sure if that's that could be an opal pocket. I'm not sure. Again, it's where obviously there was ash there that made that pocket. So it's either ash layer or opal. So it could be either one. I don't know. I haven't cut it apart yet. So here's another one I found, another big piece of pretty jasper. This one's not moss, but it is a nice piece of jasper. It's got some nice colors in it. It's a weird shaped jasper, though. Obviously, it was pounded on. Somebody chipped it off and looked at it at some point in time. Here you can kind of see here. And you can see that ash all mixed in there. That's not clay, that's ash. I know a lot of places you get clay in your rocks, but not here. That's volcanic ash. So, again, I've had multiple eruptions from the volcano here over the years, through thousands of years. The last estimate that the volcano erupted here was about 50,000 years ago, which is interesting because some of the lava out there, some of it looks like it was laid down yesterday. Here's another cool piece of jasper. It's got some little blue agates in there, little tiny dots of blue agates, and it's got the red, the yellows in there, just kind of a cool colored piece. And then here's another little piece I found. Again, this one's got a little more agate in it. And you see it's more banded. Again, that's kind of a weirdo, the shape of that one. But anyway, pretty cool. Yep. See, I was like, not going to keep him. Again, I've got a lot of this stuff. So again, I try to just, I only try to keep the best stuff because, again, I have limited storage. I can't store everything in them. I don't want to be known as a rock hoarder. I know a lot of us out here, we're rock hoarders. I get it. Trust me. But I have limited storage where I'm at, so I cannot be a rock hoarder because I don't have the yard for it. But this is a cool piece. This is more like what you find around fire agates. It's not a fire agate though. There's no fire in that, but it does have some bands in there. It's got some red bands in there. You can see it's got chalcedony and agate in there. Just kind of a weirdo little piece. There you go, a little bit better shot of it. All right, so here's a jasper. It's got that weird big hole in it, which kind of almost makes it useless for making a cab or anything like that. Trying to figure out how to cut a piece of that off. Again, it's pretty colored. You know, these striped jaspers that they have out there, they're pretty. You know, they have like maroons, yellows, and all kind of other colors. So, all right, that's it for this one, y'all. Thanks for watching. I'll catch y'all on the next one, and don't forget, everybody, to keep on rocking. Don't forget to like and subscribe, too. Later.